Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. In today's video I am going to be doing a gel polish set. So I've taken some stiletto tips and I've just snipped the very end of these tips, and I'm gonna, I don't know, it's just made them into kind of more of a coffin shape, I suppose. I'm going to be using Madam Glam colours. The first one I've got is Boat Trip. The second one I've got here is called Caribbean Sea, and I've also got Perfect White. I love these colours. Boat Trip is one of my newest colours from Madam Glam. Oh, I love them so much. So for the first nail, I am going to zoom in because you can't see anything that I'm doing here. There we go, that's more like it. So I'm going to apply one coat of Boat Trip to this nail. This is a really thin coat, and look at the coverage. Isn't that, oh, the colour is just gorgeous. I'm going to apply coat number 2. But I'm not going to cure this one. This is going to be our marbled nail. We're kind of doing a variety of different techniques in this video. So I'm going to take Caribbean Sea, and with the brush I'm just going to wipe it across the nail in 3 places. A little bit at the bottom, and you'll have a little bit of colour on the end of your brush. Just wipe that off before you pop it back into your bottle, because otherwise you will contaminate your colour and you don't want to do that. And then I'm going to do the same with the white. And I was worried here that I was going to have, the nail was going to be too thick and it was going to wrinkle in the lamp, but I had no wrinkling with this set, which was brilliant. I was a little bit worried after the Easter set, but I think I was just unfortunate with the colours that I chose. A couple of people said that they found that with a couple of their Madam Glam colours that they had some wrinkling, but I think, to be fair, whichever brand that you have, you're going to have wrinkling with particular colours, especially black. Black's a bit of a biatch. But if you're not happy, add a little bit more colour here and there. I wanted to add a little bit more white. Don't do it so much that the colours all start to blend in together. You still want to see the individual colours. But once you're happy, pop that into the lamp to cure for 30 seconds. And I'm using these turquoise scales from Nail Sugar. These are really, really nice. So they're obviously turquoise in colour, but they have a green sheen to them when the light hits them. Nail Sugar also does pink ones that have a purple shimmer to them when the light hits them. Or is it an iridescence? I think it's more of an iridescence than a shimmer. I am taking some base gel now, and I'm going to apply a thin coat of this to the nail. You could apply these scales to the tacky layer of the gel polish, but I find sometimes if I do that, because these are quite big, I would be worried that some of the scales would go walkies when it comes to top coating. So if I put the base coat down and put these onto the base coat and then cure them, I know that when it comes to top coating time, when it comes to top coating time, I know that the scales will all be cured into place and they're not going to go anywhere. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I think it does. I know what I mean anyway, which is not the point. You should all know what I mean, because that's the whole point of these videos, so that you know what I'm on about. You too can speak, Natalie. Yes, some people know what I'm like, so they can kind of understand what I'm on about, which is good. So once I'm happy with their placement, I'm going to cure those in the lamp. Oh, I think they're so nice. I love these so much. And by the way, if you do want to get 10% off anything from Nail Sugar, use code NatMug10 and you can save 10% on your order. Also, if you want to purchase some Madam Glam gel polishes, use code NatMug30 and you can save 30%. All the information will be in the description box below though, so don't panic. Do not panic. So this nail is, I've gone in with a layer of the Perfect White, cured it in the lamp for 30 seconds. Then I'm now applying the second coat. I like to make sure everything is nice and smooth before I pop it in the lamp. Then again, I'm doing the whole thing with the base gel. This is just a very thin layer. but it's going to give us something to put the scales onto. So I'm just going to take my brush, just going to wipe the brush over that base coat a few times, just so that I've got a little bit of base coat on the brush, and then it's going to help me pick up the scales. Now I'm going to treat them like jigsaw puzzle pieces even, and I'm going to kind of, so they're hexagon shapes. So where the flat lines are, I am just gonna, do you know what I mean? I'm putting them down, but I want them to all be uniform, like little soldiers. So we're making it, it's like we're making a jigsaw piece, but a jigsaw puzzle, sorry, but we've got a little gap in between them. You see what I'm doing now? So this is me almost halfway down the nail, and then this is it finished. My goodness, it took me bloody ages, but it looks amazing. I love these so much. So I'm going over with some top gel. As you can see, there are some little bits poking out the side, but once you've cured your top coat, if you just wipe over the tacky layer with some isopropyl alcohol so that it ain't sticky no more, and then just carefully buff the sides where the scales are sticking out, and then that will just remove those, you know, those like sharp bits. So you can see I've got some sticking out this side. Now, I say gently, I think I said gently. I was a little bit rough with the other side because one of the scales popped off, but you can't really notice it. Can you see it? Sort of just above the middle there. But what you need to do is just go over it again with your top coat, and then any parts that you buffed that look now that would have looked dulled will now be shiny again because you've gone over with top coat. Did you get it? Do you know what it is yet? I don't know what that's from, but I sometimes say that. I'm a weirdo. I'm going to do an ombre now, but I'm going to use all three colours, and we're going to have two ombres. You might also call this a gradient. In fact, I think gradient might be more appropriate, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to do what I do when I do ombres. I'm going to do what I do. Oh my God, it's been a long Monday. So I'm just taking a detailer brush. This is my Nail Chemie detailer brush, and I'm just swiping it backwards and forwards through the gel polish to blend those two colours together. And then I will clean off what's on the brush. I just literally wipe it on my paper towel. And then I will start again with that second blend where the colours meet. I'm going to do something a little bit different for the top layer, the top coat, not the top coat, for the second coat, for this coat, right? I've got a little bit of Boat Trip and a little bit of Caribbean Sea on that palette, and I've mixed it together. And then I'm going to take a little bit of white and a little bit of Caribbean Sea and blend them together. So yeah, I'm going to do that. But quickly on the nail, I'm just putting another coat of each colour, and then I'll do exactly the same as what I've done with the first coat. Right, so hang on, I'm going to confuse you all now. So I've got the two colours that I'm blending together. I've put in a little blob of each on the mirror palette, and I've blended them together. Then I'm going to add on to those a little blob of top coat. This is going to create a wash, a little bit of a wash. Then I'm going to mix those together. Right, see what I'm doing here? I've seen people do something like this. I just think it might help because it helped them. Okay, I think Kirsty Meakin might have done something like this. And I think the Femi Beauty might have done something like this. So we're going to go backwards and forwards. Swish wash, swish wash. Blend those in. And when I am vaguely happy with what the blend is starting to look like, then I'm going to pick up that blend of Caribbean Sea and Boat Trip with the top coat. In a minute, she says. I have sped this up as well. This isn't real time, I think, or have I not? Actually, I might not have done. Oh, I don't think I did, which is probably why it seems like it's taken forever. So I'm picking up a little bit of that wash, and I'm putting that across the fade, the blend. And the idea is that that helps the blend even more, and actually I think it did. So I might try and do that in future. And it didn't make it so thick that it wrinkled in the light as well. There we go. I'm just going to wipe the excess off the brush onto that paper towel, and then I'm going to start the whole process on the bottom blend. Okay, and then I will take some of that wash and add it to the blend. Okay, you have to remove the mandatory bit of fluff that you get in every nail. Every gel polish nail has to have a little bit of fluff in it, just to, you know, just to really get on your nerves. That fluff that you think, where the heck did that come from? Pop that in the lamp to cure once you're happy with it. I was happy with it. I think it's worked better doing it that way. I think it still could have done with a little bit of blending, but maybe I'm being overly critical. I don't know. Top gel goes over the top. Might have said that, can't remember. And then cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds, and that is that one done. I was quite pleased with that. Okay, this next nail is going to be the most easiest nail of the whole set. This isn't anything exciting. This is literally just a nail of Boat Trip. I decided that this colour was so nice, it needed an entire nail dedicated to itself. This is just one thin coat. The coverage is great, and the colour is even greater. I really love this colour. I don't know what it is, but it's the shiz. That means it's good. Cure that for 30 seconds. And then we're just going to apply our top gel. Don't forget, if you do want to get 30% off any Madam Glam colours, you can use code NATMUG30 in lowercase NATMUG30. And if you want to get 10% off at Nail Sugar, you can use code NATMUG10, all uppercase. But I will put everything in the description box below for you. So this last nail, I know this video has kind of been a little bit longer, but there are like different techniques in here, so it's fine, I think. This nail, I'm doing 2 coats of Caribbean Sea. This colour is also really nice on its own. Isn't that just pretty? And then on top of this nail, I'm going to put this Mermaid dust, which is from Nail Sugar. This gives the nail a really gorgeous, when the light hits the nail, it's hard to explain. It's not really hard to explain. It's like a green shimmer kind of thing. It's really, really pretty, and it looks amazing over blues and greens. It needs to go onto a non-wipe top coat. So I've got Madam Glam's non-wipe top coat. When you apply the top coat, make sure you haven't got any bubbles or bumps or lumps in it, because you will probably see it. Cure it in the lamp. I think I over cured this, but usually I under cure when I put top coat non-white pigments on non-white top coats. But I think if I remember correctly, I thought this was a 60-second cure, and I cured it for 50, and it went on beautifully. So it looks really good there, but you wait until we top coat it. So I've gone back to the top gel. I've got very little top gel left in my bottle, and I'm trying to use it up. So you can see here, can you see where the light hits it? You can already see that kind of sheen you get. Oh, it looks so pretty. I just thought that would look quite nice with this set, because you get a kind of green sheen from those turquoise scales. Can you see? I'll do you a little bit of a close-up in a minute. So nice. Okay, so once you have done all of that, you're going to need to wipe off the tacky layer off the nails. So I've got some isopropyl alcohol on a lint-free wipe. Couldn't think what they were then. So I'm going to go over all of those. and the one that's in the lamp. There we go. Okay, so those are the nails done. I'm going to put them in some kind of order like this, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a close-up. I really want you to see that. Look, can you see that mermaid dust? There's hair. God damn it. Look how gorgeous that is, though. And I think it helps with the turquoise. Oh, I don't know what I'm on about. That'll do. I'm just going to be quiet now. If you did like this video, please leave me a like. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing. And don't forget, discount codes for Madam Glam and Nail Sugar will be in the description box. And I will see you all tomorrow.